From the moment they decide to attend either St. Anthony's or Chaminade, this is the game they prepare for all season long. All the nationally ranked opposition, it's about these 2 or 3 special games. It is the greatest rivalry in high school lacrosse. St. Anthony, Chaminade. It's all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And today's showdown is presented by Catholic Health. Well, pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Dylan Butler alongside Rob Pennell here for round 1 of maybe could be 3 here today between Chaminade and St. Anthony's. And Rob, I'm going to play a little game of word association with you. St. Anthony's, Chaminade on the lacrosse field. What do you think of?
One of the best rivalries, not just Long Island lacrosse, but lacrosse in general. A lot of pride both these teams have in the school that they play for, and it's the games they look forward to each and every year. It's the competition that leads up to this game is all in preparation for this game right here today.
Yeah, and it should be a fantastic one. And you know, we highlight the differences maybe between the teams, and obviously, like, you're either going to wear black and yellow or you're wearing red and white. But there's a lot of similarities in this year's 2 teams, where you've got, as you see, Chaminade making their way onto the field. You've got both teams really returning a lot of D1 talent on the back end, both with solid goalies. Terrific face-off play today, but the front 6, talented, no doubt, but a little inexperienced. This, for a lot of these guys, this is their first test.
Think about both these teams. They're going to have a ton of talent. They're going to have a ton of D1 commits all over the field. They're going to have them on the sideline as well, guys that are waiting for their time. And I think the teams you're going to see today are guys that in years past have been waiting for their time behind guys that were 2 or 3 year starters that were seniors last year that have now moved on, and now it's their time to be the guy for their teams.
Yeah, Rob, I kind of feel like Sunday's battle, the national championship rematch between Duke and Notre Dame, was a little bit of an appetizer here for us. You had, even in last year's national championship game, 7 guys, and we'll detail this as this game goes on, but 7 guys playing major roles for both Duke and Notre Dame, and this is really where it starts. You see the visitors in today's game, St. Anthony's. We just did their game against Del Barton, a good bounce-back win for the Friars from their first loss of the year to Malvern Prep. They are a team, as we mentioned, listen, they might not be as deep as they were a year ago, when you ran like 3 midfield lines of all Division I guys who were together for 2 years. But this is a team that is still figuring out their way, and they've got a couple of really talented players. We'll showcase them now. Our impact players for St. Anthony's, on the left is Gary Merrill, the junior on that first midfield line. On the right, Tommy Schneider. He will go to UVA. Merrill to UNC. So a couple of ACC-bound guys. Merrill, a big game against Del Barton. 4 goals to lead the way. So you see Merrill and Schneider, certainly 2 guys. Listen, Merrill got his baptism a little bit by fire, and there you see him, 33, for St. Anthony's on the football field, where he was the starting quarterback for St. Anthony's. Shows that same athleticism here on the lacrosse field, and he is a guy who, listen, you know, you look at the national rankings and wherever, he's a guy in the junior class right at the very top.
Yeah, he's one who took his time to commit. I know he went and saw multiple schools, and he ended up choosing UNC, with some other guys that he plays with on his club program. He's an incredible athlete. He's the type of athlete that places like UNC look to get, and I'm excited to just watch him, not just on offense, but all over the field today.
On the other side is the Flyers of Chaminade, 3-2 on this season. They had back-to-back defeats, which their legendary head coach, Jack Moran, said was really a great learning tool for them. They struggled a little bit in the clearing game. They made some uncharacteristic mistakes, which they've cleaned up in the last 2 games, and they're coming off back-to-back wins. Impressive victories as well, where they beat St. Ignatius Prep from California here at Gold Star Stadium. They're a nationally ranked team, and they also went up to Fairfield Prep to beat the Jesuits 12-10. So, again, similar story with these guys, right? You've got the experience in the back line, and we'll detail some of that going forward, and some younger guys up front. But listen, talented, though. I mean, some of these are like younger brothers of guys who are currently playing at the highest level collegiately, but a really talented team. And Rob will take a look at their impact players, and I felt like, don't know if it was his coming out party last year, but in this game a year ago, Connor Cutton played really, really well. And he didn't have to be that guy, but he's emerged now, the junior bound for Johns Hopkins as the guy on the attack. And on the other side, if you wear the number 19 jersey here, it means that you are a special leader. And that's exactly what Ben Fox brings on the back end for the Flyers.
Yeah, Connor Cutton really can tell invested in himself this offseason, putting on a couple pounds, really focusing on his size, knowing that he's going to be the guy running this offense from X. Interesting with as talented of passer he is. I think he's an amazing passer. He's scoring more goals this season. I think that's showing his ability to get to the goal, right? You have to get to the goal first to then make yourself a passer. And he's been making defenses pay with 11 goals to start the season here. And he's going to have to be aggressive again today against St. Anthony's.
And there you see number 2, Cutton on the screen. And for Ben Fox, number 19, 3-year starter, an anchor of that back line. And again, we mentioned it a little bit a moment ago. You wear the number 19. It's in honor of the late, great Jimmy Regan, a Manhasset native who wore that number here at Chaminade and played at Duke, and unfortunately lost his life with the Army. And that number, again, it means something special here at Chaminade. And there's a few really good leaders on this Flyers team, but Fox right there among the best of them. And it's the reason why he's wearing that special number 19.
Yeah, it's a tremendous honor to wear that number, and obviously we know the type of player he is, following in his father's footsteps, heading to North Carolina, and the type of player that he is as a defender on the field, covering opponents' number 1 guys. But to know that he's a great person, great leader, great kid off the field is just as important, and North Carolina is getting a great player in him.
Flyers 3-2 on the season, ranked number 15 in the country by USA Lacrosse, and St. Anthony's 3-1, ranked number 5 in the country by USA Lacrosse. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visitors from St. Anthony's, unchanged from the Del Barton game. Why change it when you have such an impressive victory? So up top, it's Langton, Breslin, and Riglietti. Your first midfield line of Bolello, Merrill, and Aschheim. Facing off, Michael Moon. And again, it should be a terrific face-off battle here today, which we'll detail as we go forward. Your close D, Dante Vardaro, Tommy Schneider, Tyler Shanahan, and in cage for St. Anthony's, Sean Ford. There's a look at Mr. Ford going to Utah. A year ago, just kind of waiting for him to seize that starting job. Ended up kind of splitting time, but this year it's Ford's job in the cage, and he's done really, really well with it. On the other side, the Flyers of Chaminade, and a little bit of a mix-up. They don't really have that traditional, at least not yet, Rob, that first and second midfield line. So kind of the 6 who will run between those two will see equal time. But up top, it's very much Connor Cutton, the leader, the junior. And then you got a pair of really talented sophomores in James Gillis and John Balsamo. Of course, older brother Charles, one of the better players collegiately out at Duke. Then you got Jack Tully, Brian Knapp, and Charles O'Connor. These are guys who were all short stick D middies a year ago. So they're going to run that line now as offensive guys. And face off, Quinn Ball, his 3rd year doing so as a junior. And then a very experienced Division I laden backline of Ben Fox, Lou D'Agostino, and Brendan O'Brien. And in the cage for the Flyers is the guy they all love on this team. You like a goalie with personality, right, Rob? That's what Sal Caputo brings. The Massapequa Park native going to Iona has done really well in the early goings here for the Flyers.
I think all goalies have their own unique personalities. Goalies and face-off guys.
Yeah, there is no question about that. We'll take a look at the keys as we get prepped for the start of this one. Both teams huddling before the start, and we spoke, of course, with both head coaches. And, of course, the face-off X is going to be key, as it always is, but I think it especially is when you got 2 high-level guys in this one, so that's going to be important. St. Anthony's, look, they want to get out and run, so they want unsettled situations. They want to get out, score goals in transition. And both teams highlight the clearing game. Obviously, it was a struggle early on that Chaminade paid for mistakes and early losses. They've cleaned that up since, but against an aggressive St. Anthony's team that will ride, obviously clearing is going to be very important.
Absolutely. You see those keys. Face-off X, always important. You want to limit turnovers in a game like this, knowing how important possession is. You'd imagine games like this often become a little bit of a chess match, playing the tempo of the game. St. Anthony's wants to run. Chaminade maybe wants to try and slow it down. Obviously, no shot clock yet on Long Island for high school lacrosse. So they can take their time, make sure they're valuing that possession and getting the best opportunity available.
It is St. Anthony's, and it is Chaminade, one of the best rivalries in high school lacrosse. Opening face-off when we return right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
At Catholic Health, when we see our island, we see extraordinary life. The most extraordinary of which is you. It's because our Catholic faith places the highest value on people. All people. It's the inspiration for our exceptional medical care with unmatched compassion. And it's why at Catholic Health you're more than a patient. You're someone's family, best friend, and a neighbor to us all. Long live Long Island.
Dante does it again! Defensive play. Dante Zadaro. Delico ties it up.
Move by Yeso steps up and score.
A jump shot for Nell.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media Pass is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Playoffs. For semifinal and championship coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and baseball, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Varsity Media is the home for New York high school sports.
At Catholic Health, when we see our island, we see extraordinary life. The most extraordinary of which is you. It's because our Catholic faith places the highest value on people. All people. It's the inspiration for our exceptional medical care with unmatched compassion. And it's why at Catholic Health you're more than a patient. You're someone's family, best friend, and a neighbor to us all. Long live Long Island.
Dante does it again! Defensive play. Dante Zadaro. Delico ties it up.
Move by Yeso steps up and score.
A jump shot for Nell.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media Pass is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Playoffs. For semifinal and championship coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and baseball, head to VarsityMediaPass.com to order. Varsity Media is the home for New York high school sports.
At Catholic Health, when we see our island, we see extraordinary life. The most extraordinary of which is you. It's because our Catholic faith places the highest value on people. All people. It's the inspiration for our exceptional medical care with unmatched compassion. And it's why at Catholic Health you're more than a patient. You're someone's family, best friend, and a neighbor to us all. Long live Long Island.
Dante does it
Terrific
again!
Defensive play. Dante Zadaro.
Illico ties it up.
Move by Yeso steps up and score.
A jump shot for Nell.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media Pass is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Playoffs. For semifinal and championship coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and baseball, head to VarsityMediaPass.com to order. Varsity Media is the home for New York high school sports.
We welcome you back to Gold Star Stadium. Dylan Butler, Rob Pennell, our entire Varsity Media crew here for round one between St. Anthony's and Chaminade. Always one of the most anticipated games of the high school lacrosse season nationally. And Robbie, take a look at the last four matchups, and they've all been heavily favoring the Friars. Both matchups a year ago, including the one that we had here. That's the closer of the two back in late March. 12-10 was that win. St. Anthony's won 17-11. Both of the meetings, or all three of the meetings in 22. In fact, the Friars have won the last six. You've got to go back to that post-COVID spring when Chaminade last win. When they last won, that was May 20th, 2021, an 11-10 overtime victory out at Cy Donnelly Field. So we say round one of maybe three, because the way they do it between these two teams, at least they did it last year and they're going to continue doing it this year, it's If you split in the regular season, then you play for the championship. But if you win both, that second game also equals a championship. For over a decade, the Face-Off Academy has trained the best face-off men of all ages, from youth players learning the basics to college All-Americans and professional All-Stars. Come train with former New York Lizard Greg Gurenlian, Major League Lacrosse's all-time face-off wins leader and USA gold medalist, every Thursday in Deer Park. Check out the faceoffacademy.com to take your game to the highest level. And at the Face-Off X, you see two guys. This is going to be a great matchup all game long, Rob. It's Quinn Ball, number 1 in red, and Michael Moon, two guys who have waged war these last 3 years. You see wing play, important. Flyers get that opening face-off.
Look for the Flyers to play very patient here early on. Make sure everybody touches the ball, they get it around. Set up their offense. You want to make sure guys are comfortable in such a intense rivalry game early on. Not forcing too many things. Possess the ball, let guys settle in.
And you see the midfielders right now just kind of passing it around. Tully swings it. And again, he'll just play catch for a minute. That was Peter DeBuscher as Tully works it to X. And this is another part of the game that Moran had talked about, Rob. It's, just staying patient. Even if you cycle through a few different sets here, you don't want to take the bad shot. You want it always to be a good one, especially against St. Anthony's.
Absolutely. You don't know when that ball is going to come back if you do take that bad shot, and it can lead to a goal the other way very quickly. So you want to get the best out of each possession, make sure you're taking advantage, getting the best opportunity, not the first opportunity. And you can see Chaminade is doing that right now as they go to the invert behind the goal.
Oh, what a takeaway. Oh, almost a takeaway by Valerio. And this is where the Friars are so good. Really, both teams are. But you see Vidaro, although he did step out there. Once that ball hits the carpet, their poles are so tenacious chasing after it. So a bit of a break for Chaminade, as this is James Gillis going after Dante Vidaro.
Vidaro is a very active stick. Gillis moving in and out, changing speed, changing direction, making sure he's protecting that stick, using those changes in speed and changing direction. Looks like he can probably get that free arm up a little bit to protect it even a little bit more, as Vidaro almost landed a couple nice checks there.
There's Charles O'Connor, a short stick D-Midi a year ago. He's got the shorty matchup. Feeds it, far post, goal! And right away, Chaminade on their first possession. It's Hunter Kimball with the opening goal.
Hunter Kimball, very talented athlete, very explosive. You can see this is almost like a set play as we're running behind the goal here. You have O'Connor, who just comes back, and it looks like Kimball comes off a double screen here, wide open, flying with speed as he gets a step, and great overhand, textbook high to low, buries that bottom corner. Great start for Hunter Kimball and the Flyers here.
His third goal of this young season, and this face-off was won by Moon. So now our first look at St. Anthony's on attack. As there's Merrill. What's his matchup here today? And right now, it would appear that it's Matt Marchetta, the long stick midi. That's Luke Aschheim. Back out to Kyle Bolello. Now coming downhill is Quinn Langton. Langton, bouncer off the mark. Chase for the loose ball. It will stay with St. Anthony's.
As you can see, St. Anthony's already playing at a little faster tempo than Chaminade, right? Not getting the ball around as much, being aggressive, going to the goal.
Breslin kicks it all the way back out to Merrill. This is where he's most dangerous. When you get him in the open field, Marchetta tries to back him down, beats that matchup, and hammers that shot off the post. Merrill, 4 goals a game ago. Here's Bolello. He's got the short stick matchup. Bolello! And we are tied. The senior Brown bound. Midi levels it for St. Anthony's.
It's a nice individual take here by Bolello. As you can see, he's getting low. He's decreasing his angle, but he gets that shot off by 5 yards above goal line extended. And really the only place for him to put that at that point is to that near side pipe, and he catches goalie stepping off, gets that bouncer near side. Good shot placement by Bolello, ties the game up at 1.
Back to the faceoff act. We showed you those stats at the beginning as Ball won the faceoff, but not the possession. And now look at this, unsettled. Pole goal, no! Vidaro stopped low by Caputo, but a failed clearance. That was unforced.
Those are the types of turnovers that you need to try and limit in a game like this, and also the one by Ball off the faceoff. It's like you have that one, you have guys approaching you, pull it out, right? That's a one faceoff, but essentially a loss because he never got it to a teammate and it went down the other way and almost led to a goal for St. Anthony's.
You hear that from next level coaches all the time, right? We don't want to hear about the percentages. What is the percentage that leads us to a possession? And that's obviously more key. As from X, Luke Breslin battle for the loose ball, and it goes to the Flyers, and now they can maybe get out and run. It's Charles O'Connor. O'Connor, the fake and kind of between decisions there, it looked like, Rob, and fortunate that Gillis was able to pick that ball up off the ground. O'Connor, hands off, nice move, low shot, terrific save. The rebound is potted in, and we also have flags on the play.
Great reaction, heads up play by Cutton there as he catches the shot off the rebound and puts it into what's pretty much an open net. See with replay on the flag here, looks to be a late hit, maybe high.
I think it was a high hit, yeah.
Unnecessary.
Watch 13 here.
Yeah, definitely a little late and a little high. Let's see if they lock it in. Yeah, they're going to call unnecessary. Looks like they're just giving the ball to Chaminade.
So Cutton gets the goal, his 12th, and the first man-up opportunity for Chaminade. This is another situation where Jack Moran said, listen, you know, we've got to finish in these opportunities. They've struggled in the early season on man-ups.
I was at their game against Sally, and I'm not even going to try. I know that's what they go by. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the school from Delaware. And despite going out down, you know, big 5-0, Chaminade battled back into that game and made it a one-goal game. But they had so many opportunities on man-up that they didn't convert on that really were the difference, ended up being the difference in that game.
Little hidden ball trick, and that one was knocked down in front. Good ground ball picked up by Cutton, though he forced it. Trying to get it across field to Lynch. And this will be St. Anthony's ball.
Yeah, you see what Cutton's trying to do there, but it's almost one of those situations that you want your quarterback there on offense to understand the situation. And as your man up, pull it out. You got the ground ball, get set up, and get back into that man up offense. Obviously, he's trying to play fast. You got to trust him as he's going to make the right play most of the time. And if he sees something, he's the type of player that's just going to react and pass that ball as he did there.
So St. Anthony's in no hurry as they're now even after those penalties. As it's Langton, the Army-bound senior.
Langton, very talented attackman, heading to Army. Does it all, dodging, scoring. He's big body as well. As you see, he attacks the double team there.
Fires wide.
Great move. Getting to a spot on the field. Got to make the goalie make a save with those shots when you have them.
Here's Breslin on Fox. One of the more fun matchups here today.
Yeah, just look at Fox's tenacity on the ball. He's very active with his stick. He's very strong. ready to go over the head. That's going to be a fun matchup to watch all game long.
Here comes Bolello. Bolello cuts back. Bolello! Goal number 2 for Kyle Bolello.
Well, doing it on his own so far right here. As you see, great defense by Chaminade, right? He forces him out to the end line. He's not a threat back here on the end line, though. And as he pushes him out, you can see he just kind of overplays here. You say he's covering him. He's not a threat there, right? And that him getting out of position allows him to run by with Bolello's speed, and that slide's not ready there as he finishes lefty.
2-2 early on. And Tully will get this ground ball.
Got the headman here.
One more. Cutting, they'll play catch. Vidaro, the takeaway. And he's got room to run. Vidaro, a linebacker in the football season. One more, great look. Oh, what a save by Caputo. Robbing Riglietti. Those juice moments as Chaminade with possession. It's Gillis, beats his man, goes GLE. Gillis hit hard. He wants a foul, none given. We go the other way as Valerio pushes it forward. That's Langton.
You like Gillis' aggression there, but you know, if you watch the play, and for him, something he'll understand, he's only a sophomore, as it was actually a 5-on-6 there. It's a free double team by St. Anthony's. He essentially had nowhere to go as he's pushing underneath there. That's as you give up transition the other way, great save. You go back the other way. That's a time where you want to slow it down, get your offense on the field, and get a good possession. Second
midfield line here for the Friars. That includes 88, Dylan Harrington. Tried to get it in front, lost it. Ball kind of pinballs around, and another failed clear for the Flyers. So you could see Moran there, Rob, pushing, like signaling, go forward. Don't try to go sideline to sideline.
You see both teams just a little jittery here. Their stick work just a little sloppy early on. A lot of these guys, as we mentioned in the openers, a lot of their first crack at the big rivalry here in St. Anthony's versus Chaminade. So I'm sure a lot of emotions going through their bodies.
Langton fires over the net. And some of these guys were on varsity a year ago, but either had minimal playing time or just kind of watched from the bench. Terrific defensive work. You got to credit 33 there, Gavin Fitzpatrick, for the Flyers. And now Chaminade, can they catch St. Anthony's in the sub game? They want to get their numbers on, so they'll back it up. And we spoke about the similarities, Rob. It's also similarities in guys who played, like Bolello a year ago was a short stick D-midi. Tully was a short stick D-midi. So these guys are very comfortable just staying on and playing both ends of the field.
Yeah, when you have athletes like these guys and they're not going to be on the first midfield offensively, you got to find spots for them on the field.
Well, Cutton finds a spot in the back of the net. Terrific low shot. Goal number 2, the Hopkins-bound junior.
Great feed there. I believe it was Jack Tully on the feed. You know, little action on the wing here. As you see Tully, little two-man game. He comes off it. He just finds Cutton. As Cutton slips there, as his defender slides to the middle and puts the shot on goal to a great spot. Make the goalie make a save.
13th goal of the year for Cutton, and Chaminade has the 3-2 lead. Interesting here too, you see Merrill on the wing as St. Anthony's Moon wins this faceoff. Now the Friars on attack, and there's Merrill.
got Gavin Duran on Merrill right now, who's a sophomore, one of the best close defenders in his class, who switched to long pole this year just to help you second midi and get some time there. And covering Merrill is certainly a fun first assignment for him.
Yeah. He'll bring that physicality, there's no doubt. Really good off the ground as well as Duran. As Breslin, look out, into the teeth of the Chaminade D. Still finds room around Fox. Has to give it up. Here's Luke Aschheim. And here's Merrill. Now he's got Fox on him. Back to the hot hand in Bolello. Fires it off Caputo. And here come Chaminade the other way. That's Sean Connolly, number 24.
Great save by Caputo there. A couple really good saves for him early on here.
And Cutton gets it back out as we're inside the final minute of an entertaining first quarter.
At the pro level, we talk a lot about how guys come on and off the field, and if you're watching this game and when you're watching this on film, Hunter Kimball, the way he comes on the field as an offensive player reminds me a lot of Ryan Ambler on the Archers, and defenders talk about how annoying it is to cover a guy full speed coming on the field. It's how he scored his first goal, but you watch him every time he comes flying onto the field, making someone guard him.
Some patience here for the Flyers. Getting to the cage, a terrific save by Ford. It was high to high. But look at this, turnover at Gillis to Cutton. And it gets right back into Ford's stick. He'll just air mail this one downfield. Ooh, nearly caught an attackman up the field for an opportunity. But that does it for the first quarter. A fun one here in Mineola. Maybe not as clean as you'd like, but listen, high-level lacrosse players making moves as Tully finds Cutton, and Cutton goes low to low. And Chaminade's got a 3-2 lead after one. You're watching it all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Back at Gold Star Stadium, Dylan Butler, Rob Pennell, our entire Varsity Media crew. There's a good look at Quinn Ball, a guy who's done this for a while. UPenn commit, brother, faced off at Yale as well, and certainly a big component in this one is Ball. And the opening face-off is brought to you by the Face-Off Academy. Come train with former New York Lizard Greg Gorenlian every Thursday in Deer Park. For more information, visit thefaceoffacademy.com.
Was on the field for many of Greg's wins. Best ever to do it.
And these are two guys on this level really good. Ball 70.2% on the season, and Michael Moon at just under 70% this year. You also got Robbie Johnson for the Friars, an excellent sophomore waiting in the wings. We saw him facing off as well against Del Barton, but these are guys who know each other well.
Look for both teams to be a little more composed here as the game moves on. Got those first quarter jitters out. Concentrate on the stick work, concentrate on the ground balls, do the little things right, take care of the ball, let the offense play offense, let the defense play defense.
So that was one where Ball won it forward, but it went right to Tommy Schneider. So it's St. Anthony's with the first possession of the second quarter. It's Luke Aschheim out of the box. Tries to get downhill, short stick matchup. Goes to Bolello, hammered off the mark. It stays with the Friars. Here's Luke Breslin. Breslin looks to now be the feeder. They'll kick it out, and there is Merrill. Looks like it's Marchetta back on him. A lot of different looks early on from Merrill. Gets the ball to X. Gets it right back. Here's Merrill. Pumps the brakes. Goes lefty. Merrill! And we're tied at 3.
Look at Merrill's game, and he can just do it in so many different ways. Right? Look at him get spread out and use his speed. And you hear, oftentimes as a midfielder, when you spread out and use your speed, that slide's going to be coming quickly. Look at the pace at which he dodges here, kind of at his own speed. He's surveying the defense behind his defender. Is someone sliding? Is someone sliding? He gets himself to a spot where he's going to be dangerous on the field. The slide hasn't come because he doesn't really look like he's a threat, but he's at 10 yards. He's 5 yards above goal line extended, and with his ability to shoot the ball, putting that on goal, most likely it's going in the back of the net.
Goal number 8 on the season for Gary Merrill. And the wing play again so important here. One more, Cotton! Back and forth we go. And Cotton gives the Flyers a 4-3 lead with his third.
If you Google fast break, this is what it should look like. And watch Cotton as he receives the pass from Balsamo here. Subtly kind of lifts that front shoulder, a shot that maybe sometimes he takes low to high. It almost looks like he's shooting it low to high, but he keeps it low and almost freezes forward in the goal there. Great finish, great one more by John Balsamo, and great win by Ball at the face-off.
John Balsamo has a terrific lacrosse IQ. And this one is won by St. Anthony's, and they'll look to push, it would appear, and now they'll maybe bring it back out as Rigoletti, the lefty, gets it to X. That's where Langton, one of 5 co-captains on this St. Anthony's team, operates, and he gets it back out to Merrill. Looks to back up his defender. This time it's Lou D'Agostino. Look out, a car crash as Merrill gets past the screen that was set. Nice move by Merrill. Another, this time Fox on him, kicks it out, trying to find Bolello.
A nice deflection by Gavin Duran there. Stick up on the crease, looking for that pass. St. Anthony's fortunate enough to keep possession here.
Now it's Schneider out at midfield to do so. And here's Breslin.
Looks like Chaminade goes to a little bit of a zone look as the invert goes behind the goal here with a quick slide and then recover.
And it's Fox on the slide. What a great job by Fox.
Great lift, great backup by Chaminade. Great defensive possession. Pretty good take there. Offensively though. So you see Breslin got to his spot. It was just that last lift by Fox that was able to push that shot wide.
And Johnny Valerio again. He has been a pest. Another football kid, physical, strong, still kind of learning this position though. So Valerio does his job, right? You get the cause turnover, and you get the clear, and you come off, and you get some water.
Some of those keys before the game were clearing the ball. Right, Chaminade. Definitely don't want to give St. Anthony's extra possessions.
Bolello works on O'Connor. So many great individual matchups in this one. Firing low, and a flag is thrown. This is a little bit of what's been the issue for Chaminade. This will be a 1-minute penalty.
You see Quinn Langton's strength and his size here and his ability to get to the middle of the field. A lot of attackmen want to take that shot at a lower angle just as they're getting above goal line extended, but you can see he bunkers down, right, has that ball on his stick and keeps driving to that top side. He gets that shot from pretty much the middle of the field, 9-10 yards. Great look.
That was Michael Cutterback. Called for the 1-minute penalty and first man up opportunity for St. Anthony's. I was going to say the issue has been more about the close D guys who have been fouling a lot. Nice turnaround shot off the mark by Langton. And Moran's like, listen, guys, I love your aggression, but if we're going to live by this sword, we're going to die by it because we're giving up way too many man-up opportunities.
Better be really good at man-down defense if you're gonna try and live by it.
BTB, Langton off the mark. There's Breslin. Merrill up top. Terrific save, low by Caputo to deny Breslin.
He was ahead of that one. He was sitting there waiting for it. Great save.
And here's Tully. We got a timeout by Chaminade. So with this timeout by the Flyers, we want to tell you folks about the Bowie 4 story. 6 childhood friends from Long Island grew up together on and around the water. They developed a special connection to the serenity that the water provides. This is where the Bowie 4 mantra was born. We choose the water. With every purchase made, they donate a portion of the proceeds to water conservation groups. Bowie 4 offers a full range of apparel and accessories for team stores, corporate gear, and fundraising initiatives. All of our products are designed, created, and printed on site. Bowie up your wardrobe. Get your limited edition game day hoodie for 24 hours at www.bowie4.com. See you out on the open waters. And our player of the game today, Rob, will take home one of those nice looking hoodies. It has the matchup and the date on the side, on the sleeve, and especially when you got this matchup, that's one you want to remember, right? If you've done something really good in this game, you want to always remember that date and the matchup, and that's what Bowie 4 is bringing you today.
Wear that one around the weekend.
Yes.
A lot of these guys hang out with each other, see each other on the weekends, play on the same club team together.
That's one of the reasons why
Bragging
Moran
rights.
says, for sure, that's why he says he believes it's the best high school rivalry in the country. And he says, look, I know that others will argue, but basically it's so many of these kids play for either Express or Team 91. And there's a terrific takeaway by Ethan Bramoff. What a terrific sophomore Bramoff is. Bramoff, he'll go to goal. Bramoff with a pole goal! We're tied at 4.
Now, Coach Moran's been around a long time. I would never question anything he does, but he took a timeout there, man down, as they were clearing the ball, which allowed St. Anthony's to then set up a double team on the ball and cause that turnover right off the start there. Leads to transition, leads to a goal. Great game plan on that play and great execution by St. Anthony's, as they clearly had the play there, as they wanted to run. Double the ball, turnover, leads to a goal, and we have a tie game.
Moon loses it, gets knocked around. 4-on-4 chase for this ball. Where are we going? It'll be St. Anthony's ball.
Just appears right now St. Anthony's is playing with a little bit more intensity. You know, some of these loose balls, the way that they're going after them, and just as I say that, a great turnover by Chaminade in the clear.
Yeah, Balsamo, it was that Gillis wants to have a word with you on that.
It was Gillis. Great turnover. But that's what they needed, right? They need to start causing some turnovers that St. Anthony's is causing them.
There's Balsamo. Look at this, open shot off the bar. You got Cutton and just snuck in behind the defense. I don't think he's going to get a similar look today.
A little low angle. Definitely was trying to sneak it in there.
Here's O'Connor downhill. Splits defenders, dives at the crease. Don't think his shot ever got off to Ford, and then he had a crease violation as well. So we see the ride now for Chaminade as Tommy Schneider goes back to Ford. Hard work there by Balsamo. But it gets to Bolello, and he'll get in. Here's Luke Aschheim. Just a prolific shooter, the senior bound for Bryant. Now Bolello backs up. He'll look to get downhill. That's Gavin Duran, who's on him.
Great defense by Duran there. Really made the transition to pole really quickly. First time playing it these last few weeks. And he's been studying it, getting better at each and every game as he gets those reps. Not easy to do as he'll transition back to close in the summer. But great experience for him to be out here in this type of game.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those guys. Like last year, Lou D'Agostino, the junior, who's bound for Syracuse. He played pole last year. Now he's on the close defense. Here's Merrill.
Whatever you can do to help your team, right? Whatever you can do to get out there, make an impact. At these schools where there's so much talent, you have to be able to be versatile.
Slide comes Merrill's way, just gets it off. The same was true of Michael Cutterback. Would have probably been like the 6th or 7th midfielder, as round in the cage was Langton. But Moran said, listen, we could use you there at D-mid. He's like, I got you, coach, whatever you need.
Those are guys you need on the team. Best teams have those guys wherever they're needed. You hear about guys in college that go in as a first-team All-American midfielder in high school, and next thing you know, they have a pole in their hand, or goalies that are playing attack, or attackmen that are going to goalies.
Yeah, or they're clearing, a clearing midfielder is Harrigan. That's a bouncer off the mark by Aschheim.
This might be St. Anthony's best possession of the game so far. Multiple looks, maintaining possession, backing it up. This will be really great for them momentum-wise if they're able to finish this possession with a goal.
Oh, Merrill's got the short stick matchup. Beat his man, but couldn't beat Caputo.
Great hesitation move by Merrill there. You see he got the defenseman to freeze. Just needed to get a little more in front to increase his angle.
It's a great grab there by Gillis.
Gillis is big for a sophomore.
Yeah.
He's fast, good athlete, big player.
And there's DeBuscher now, of course, from that great basketball family. Grandfather Dave, a legend with the New York Knicks.
Let's go Knicks.
Part of that. Listen, you got to watch that Garden When the Garden Was Eden. Terrific documentary about those late 60s, early 70s Knicks teams that won a pair of championships. And Dave DeBuscher was a big part of that. Here comes Tommy Schneider, one of our impact players. Gets it forward. Oh, what a shot and a goal! Jacob Johnson!
This is how you run from defense to offense here. Johnson starting in the defensive end, fast break. He just keeps going, and he just streaks down the middle of the field. And you see him just staying with it. Ball moves down, cut the middle, catch, underhand finish, piping into that opposite far pipe. Great shot.
I think it was Bolello with the pass. And Johnson, he was a guy also, was on the second midfield, found a home at D-mid. Moon! The Fogo goal! And some juice now for the Friars. Back-to-back goals, and they lead it 6-4.
They're not Fogos, they're face-off athletes. Here goes Moon down the middle of the field, looks off his point, attackman there, and takes it himself.
Goal number 2 on the year for the Manhasset native, Michael Moon. 3 years working this craft on the varsity, 2 years as a starter, a hold. And this will be Chaminade ball. And this feels, Rob, even though it's still in the second quarter, like an important possession here for the Flyers. And ball! He's like, I see your Fogo goal and I'll raise you one.
Anything you can do, I can do better, Quinn Ball says to Moon. Picks it up at the face-off X after the whistle and just goes. And you see the subtlety at the end. Very high IQ here by he brings the stick in front of him, feels that back check, and then brings it back to shoot. Great answer, and that's the answer that Chaminade needed after a 3-goal run by St. Anthony's.
Moon and Ball are natural rivals, right? Ball from Garden City, Moon from Manhasset. Woodstick coming up on April 20th. And they might have the biggest argument if we call this the biggest high school rivalry. Certainly the longest running is the Woodstick Classic.
It used to be. A lot of those Garden City, Manhasset kids, they go to St. Anthony's or Chaminade now. Or a lot of guys from top schools will go to these schools because of the experience of playing for them. So, so many talent on these two teams. Definitely, I think, looked at as the rivalry on Long Island.
So timeout by Chaminade with 2:48 left in this first half. And Rob, we talked about on Sunday, right? Like the next level guys. How about this for a list? First, we're going to show you the guys from Chaminade. National champions in Pat Kavanaugh and Liam Entenman and Will Lynch and Charles Balsamo. At the other side, at Duke, and then of course Jack Flaherty running between the first and second midfield lines out at Navy. Some of the best collegiate guys, and you think that list is impressive? Well, St. Anthony's is really impressive as well. Take a look at these guys. Best in class guys in high school, right? O'Neill and McAdory and Duffy. Naso, one of the best face-off guys, and Leo really coming into his own in his second season up at the Dome.
Tough loss to the Big Red, though. That was a great game. I'm sure many people watching this and saw that game. It was an incredible game from start to finish. One of the greatest games I've ever seen.
Yeah. And it's funny because in our next level look on the weekend with Del Barton, it was Kirst, right?
Yeah.
You got the winner in that one. One of the great guys from the Green Wave.
Leo has been having a fantastic year at Syracuse. Their go-to guy there at the midfield. Such speed and intensity that he plays with.
So off the timeout. Here comes Tully, a running back in the fall. Tully! A big goal for the Flyers.
That's just speed, great patience, not bringing that stick. You see a lot of times midfielders get to this spot and they bring that stick back so far to wind up. And you look here how patient he is on this finish. He doesn't shoot this that hard. He's patient, picks his spot and puts it there overhand to that near pipe just over the shoulder of Ford.
Tully goal number 7, and Moran says, he's teaming with O'Connor because listen, both of those guys, former short stick D middies, both guys with great speed. Someone's going to win that matchup, he figures, with the short stick D middies. And now it's St. Anthony's. Did they get the timeout? I think they did.
You got Moon down in the middle of the field.
Yeah, so we'll take the break here as well. 2:27 left in the first half. It's a good one here at Gold Star Stadium. 6-6 is the score right here in the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network.
Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media.
Welcome back to Gold Star Stadium. Dylan Butler, Rob Pinnell, our entire Varsity Media crew. Michael Moon still being looked at on the field. 6-6 is the score, 2:27 left in the second quarter. We've got some good ones on hand on the Varsity Media Sports Network coming up tonight. Cold Spring Harbor, Port Washington. We stay with the Seahawks. On the girls' side, they take on Manhasset. And then I'll be on the call on Friday out at Northport, Ward Melville and Northport. Mineola Bethpage girls. And then Staples, the two-time defending champions in the state of Connecticut, coming to Cy Donnelly Field to take on St. Anthony's, Farmingdale Southside, Middle Country Comac, and Cold Spring Harbor and Wantagh. All the games right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. So an ovation from the fans on both sides for Moon, but he's still being checked out on the sideline after what appeared to be a pretty tough check from behind. As here's Merrill now. Evades a pair of defenders. After back-to-back goals by St. Anthony's.
Got a lot of space with no slide coming right now.
Switches to his left, fires wide. I invite you to stick around halftime. The Pizzeria G. Halftime food review. Here's Bolello.
I like to go into Pizzeria G and just look at the pizza.
Oh, that one off the turf. And then turnover by St. Anthony's. As Assam tried to get it to Merrill. And another mistake the other way. Here's McDonald. Parker McDonald, part of that really, really talented long stick midi duo for the Friars. Now Merrill. Merrill! Side netting. And here comes Chaminade.
Nice decision by Parker to pull it out there, but St. Anthony's was 3-on-5 there, 3-on-6, trying to go to the goal and score. Probably at a point in the game with a minute left where they could have taken the air out of the ball and settled for the last shot. And now, most likely, that's what Chaminade's going to do.
Yeah, I was going to say to you, Rob, that's what you would think the Flyers would do here as they're inside the final minute of this first half. And listen, at worst, you can go in tied at 6. At best here, maybe you've got a lead going into halftime. As there's Gavin Lynch. Lynch! Oh, what a save by Ford! And now maybe some time for St. Anthony's to come the other way. That's Bramoff. He's already got a goal on the day. And a timeout called by St. Anthony's to set something up here for the final 15 seconds of the first half. If you want to book a sportscast, you can contact Varsity Media today. You can have us produce a sportscast for your team, which includes announcers, graphics, instant replay, multiple camera angles. It's a memory your team will enjoy for a lifetime. Call 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. So we thought maybe, as you see right in the middle of that huddle, St. Anthony's head coach Keith Weiserick, 25th season at the helm, a 1986 graduate of St. Anthony's, a 332-76 record overall, 13 Catholic championships, some terrific assistant coaches there as well, right? Kevin Adler, and of course Doug Schreiber. Adler runs the defense, Schreiber runs the offense, and Weiserick. Listen, life is good when you can go to your son's senior day game, miss a game at St. Anthony's on Saturday, and both teams win. Sacred Heart gets the win. They're certainly rolling right now, and the Friars won that one as well.
Mr. Schreiber's not too bad to have there on the sideline. He knows a thing or two about lacrosse.
Yeah, Yeah. And how about this? Maybe one last chance for the Flyers, just sent down the field. We started this game tied, and we go into halftime with this game tied. 6 apiece, neither team getting a chance late, but it has been good. Jack Tully, man, he knows how to run this field. Whether it's in the fall or whether it's in the spring, Tully finds the back of the net. 6-6 is your score. Chaminade, St. Anthony's all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Dante does it
Terrific
again!
defensive play.
Dante Zadaro. Illico ties it up.
Move by Yeso steps up and score.
A jump shot for Nell.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media Pass is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Playoffs. For semifinal and championship coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and baseball, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Varsity Media is the home for New York high school sports.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Looking to grow your business on social media? Let Varsity Media help you. With over 50,000 followers across our platform, sponsor a segment during the broadcast and share it on social media the next day. It's the best of both worlds, as you'll get thousands of plays and your ad will live on the broadcast forever. Contact us today for sponsorship packages by calling 917-470-0864 or emailing varsitymediasponsors@gmail.com.
Back here at Gold Star Stadium, halftime. St. Anthony's and Chaminade tied at 6. And Dylan Butler, Rob Pennell, our entire Varsity Media crew here with you. And listen, Rob, a lot of times we don't get asked about the lacrosse on the field. We get asked about the food review. It has become like the hottest thing, no pun intended. And today we've got a really good one. Pizzeria G. I know you know them well. Located right there on 7th Street in Garden City. Terrific location, right? You've spoken about it before. You go in there, it's a nice, clean look, and the smell, the aromas that come from there, incredible. We're bringing those smells and aromas right here into this press box.
It's actually the only reason I agreed to do the game today.
I knew that, because he hedged. He was like, I'm not sure. I got to check my schedule. I said, hang on. We got Pizzeria G at halftime. He's like, I'm in. Let's go.
Done deal.
So Pizzeria G, they were great here. Let's see, we got in the middle, it's the vodka parm.
Vodka parm.
Yes, sir. With chicken, yep.
I don't know if we're gonna try this, but we're gonna take a look at it.
Yeah, we could show you on the camera. Rob's got us here.
I mean, I'm sold at vodka parm on anything, so You look at that thing.
Wow.
You know what I like about it? One, the bread is very soft. It's
sourdough, right?
It's not too thick. It's not overtaking the sandwich.
Yep.
And it's clean, right? There's not cheese all over the place. You're gonna bite this, and the sandwich is gonna fall apart, and it just looks delicious as well. So look at that right there, unbelievable.
Next to us here, this is the hot honey pepperoni. I'm gonna dive into one of those.
Hot honey and pepperoni.
And on your side, you love the vodka. You said, right?
Love the vodka.
Here you go. How about a little more vodka for you?
Vodka, grandma pie, unbelievable.
Right.
Best of all worlds here. I'm gonna dig into this.
Yes, sir.
My mom taught me to take the corner whenever you're going for a Sicilian-style grandma pie.
Or if you're shooting, maybe you could go top corner. I don't know.
Get the most crust.
All right, ready? We got to pick the headsets up. We don't want to have another mistake. Ready?
Fantastic. Once again, just the perfect amount of sauce and cheese ratio. The slice isn't falling all over the place. It's staying where it needs to stay.
You can see the fold as well here.
It's spread evenly. Sauce, cheese. Just perfect amount of everything on the slice.
And I love the combination here as well, right? You got the saltiness of the pepperoni and the hot honey, right? So you got the sweet. You got a little bit of a kick. It's just perfect. Amazing stuff, as always, by Pizzeria G.
You go in this place, you look in the display, the amount of different slices they have, the grandma pies, they got the size of the pies with the different sauces, all three of them. It's amazing. And it's honestly tough to make decisions when you go in there. So you just gotta keep going back.
That's it. Keep going back. It's on 7th Street there in Garden City. Pizzeria G. Listen, one of the best rivalries in high school lacrosse. We got to bring in some of the best pizza on Long Island. Pizzeria G. Awesome stuff. Take another quick break. We'll have the second half when we return right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Dante does it again! Defensive play. Dante Madaro. Killico ties it up.
Move by Diego steps up and score.
A jump shot for Nell.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media Pass is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Playoffs. For semifinal and championship coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and baseball, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Varsity Media is the home for New York high school sports.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Looking to grow your business on social media? Let Varsity Media help you. With over 50,000 followers across our platform, sponsor a segment during the broadcast and share it on social media the next day. It's the best of both worlds, as you'll get thousands of plays and your ad will live on the broadcast forever. Contact us today for sponsorship packages by calling 917-470-0864 or emailing varsitymediasponsors@gmail.com. Did you just have the best athletic year of your life? And now you want to show it off to college coaches? Well, let Varsity Media help you. Varsity Media's college recruiting videos show off your unique skills to help you land a spot on the team of your dream school. We'll provide music, spot shadow effects, and a link to send to your next coach. Contact us today for more information. Don't rely on word of mouth or cold emails. Let Varsity Media help you take your game to the next level.
For over a decade, the Face-Off Academy has trained the best face-off men of all ages. From youth players learning the basics to college All-Americans and professional All-Stars. Come train with former New York Lizard Greg Gurenlian, Major League Lacrosse's all-time face-off wins leader and USA gold medalist, every Thursday in Deer Park. Check out the faceoffacademy.com to take your game to the highest level. Dylan Butler, Rob Pennell, our entire Varsity Media crew back here with you for the start of the third quarter. A really good first half of action. And we're tied at 6 between two teams. We did think coming in we're pretty evenly matched. Very similar this year. Some younger, more inexperienced guys on the attack. And some really experienced, talented, tough poles as well. Here's Bolello. Good feed to the crease. But how about 44 there affecting the shot? O'Brien staying with Bolello, though. And here's Merrill. Merrill switches hands. Slide comes. Oh, Caputo. I think he got a piece. I think it hit the bar as well.
Great save.
Yeah.
Definitely got a piece to start.
And Caputo better this time. Oh, a takeaway on the clearing attempt. And Caputo! A terrific save. Robbing Breslin. First, you got to give credit to Breslin, right? Just getting the stick up and getting the turnover, but then Caputo bailing out what would have, or I guess was, a failed clear and keeping this game tied.
Caputo bailing his team out. Huge save to start the second half here.
You know, in lacrosse, you talk about those juice moments, right? That could be a juice save here for Chaminade at the start of this third quarter.
They score here. They're all going to be pointing down at his end.
Yeah, that assist, that's not quite the assist, right? Here's Kimball. He scored in the first half. Look at Merrill staying on. This is what we said, right? Great athleticism by some of these guys, and they just stay on. Balsamo absorbs a whack.
John Balsamo, younger brother Charles, incredibly talented attackman, goes both hands, right, left. You see great defensive play there as he looked like he tried to attempt a step away shot. Only a sophomore. Bright future ahead for him.
We go the other way. That was Tyler Shanahan with the cause turnover for St. Anthony's. These two teams only played twice last year, and you know, you hear Jack Moran in 45th season at the helm here for Chaminade. He's kind of like, listen, I'd rather play once and then let's play a championship game. He doesn't quite like the 3 games matchup. We love it on our own because it just means you're treated to more of these matchups. But
I think it's fair. I think if you're St. Anthony's or you're Chaminade, you win that first game and you lose that second game, you're not happy. You want another crack at it. So the best of 3 makes sense.
And Langton at the crease. A great look inside, and Langton using that strength inside to put the Friars back up front.
Great catch, great finish. As you can see, he goes with a little twister motion here. He catches it inside, kind of brings it across his face and then shoots. Great one more look from up top.
So Aschheim with the assist, his 4th of the season, and Langton his 9th goal of the year. Face-off won by Ball. And Ball at least.
Got him over the top, yep.
They're right now staying on. There's Tully. Coming out of the box to Busher. To Busher, and you could appreciate this, Rob, I think. He's a guy where Moran says he's at this point kind of, it's almost like a batting slump, you know, like he's getting good looks. And he was great early in the season, but just the shots aren't falling, and he's kind of passing up better shots right now. Moran's like, just shoot, don't worry about it.
It's great to have your coach have your confidence in you, and that's exactly right. Coach Moran's probably seen his fair share of shooting slumps, and you just got to tell that player to keep on shooting, because that next 1, 2, 3, they're going to go in, and then you're right back on track.
And there is DeBuscher. That a wise decision not to shoot. As Cutton, they'll recycle it. There's Knapp. Here comes Gillis downhill. Fedaro bodies him up. Gets off of the stick. Looks like it went off of Johnson. Loose ball picked up by Cutton. And there's Johnson getting it again. Jacob Johnson, another one of these really talented sophomores, Rob.
Great deflection there on defense. St. Anthony's clear.
And there's Alex Ruddy, part of that second midfield unit. Runs it with Cacciabato and Harrington. Look at this, Langton. Beat his guy, forced it though across the crease, and trying to track it down as Ruddy dives towards it, but unable to keep it in. A beautiful late afternoon here in Mineola. Look out, yard sale. We come the other way. Langton. And that's the thing about the ride for St. Anthony's, Rob. They're not 10-manning you, right? They're not pressing you deep, but they kind of lure you into a false sense of confidence, and they kind of jack you there in the midfield.
Creating extra possessions through the ride. You can do that in a game. Most oftentimes you're going to win. It wears on the opposing team, and then you start to overthink it. When you are clearing the ball, you're worried about the ride, worried about stick checks, not just playing lacrosse. So St. Anthony's certainly, I think, is having that effect on Chaminade right now.
And your second midfield guys, now they get a chance at a little bit more run. They've earned it. Here comes Harrington up top. Just the sophomore as well. Here's Breslin. Breslin! First of the game. And it's again a 2-goal lead for the Friars.
Yeah, Breslin, great job here. Great dodge. You can see he just gets into the defender's body. Right, attacks him. Kind of catches him a little out of position. Defender slips, and he puts that shot back on goal.
Breslin, senior, 13th goal of the year. Will play his college lacrosse at Lehigh. And here's Moon. Langton. Slide came his way. Good job by Ball there too, right? Just to slow it down. He'll come off, and St. Anthony's will not get their personnel on the field. St. Anthony's has not led by more than 2. Here's Bolello, shakes off a check. Forced it in front, but it's on the carpet from Merrill. He quick passed it to Langton. Now Langton just rounds Fox, still on it. Merrill! Sidearm, side of the net.
Big defensive possession for Chaminade right here. Right, 8-6.
And there goes Breslin. He'll go back-to-back, round of the cage. And it's the largest lead of the game now for St. Anthony's.
Just no second slide there. Great individual take. Breslin feeling it a little bit. Just gets beat. Definitely one Fox would like back there. You see Breslin, that initiation, just had his head up, his stick up, little deception, like he was maybe going to pass, and then engaged the defender and ran right by him and was able to put that to a good spot on goal.
And Moon, a big face-off win. Sick check from behind, picking it up was Langton. You said a moment ago a big defensive possession. Well, now this is even bigger for Chaminade. They need to stop. As there's Rigoletti from X, spins there. Similar motion there to Breslin. I'm not sure if maybe St. Anthony's is seeing something there, Rob, but they're initiating from X and just kind of looking like they're just trying to wrap around the cage.
Yeah, I think Chaminade's been slow to slide there in these situations, so they have gone back to it a few times.
Here's Breslin again! 3 in a row for Luke Breslin. A broken play doesn't matter. Breslin buries it.
Yeah, broken play, and just once again, you look that slide for Chaminade, just isn't ready to go there. It is a broken play. It's kind of a nice check here. The ball's on the ground. He just kind of slaps him. Ball's on the ground. Fox over pursues there with a big check, right? Oftentimes those checks get you out of position, which it does there, and that slide's not ready to go there. Got to slide with body there. Need to play the body in general.
St. Anthony's threatening to pull away here. A scrum off the face-off and a big pickup there by Marchetta. Gets it to Balsamo. Now the Flyers, they played defense this entire third quarter, giving up 4 goals, and now they finally get a chance to claw back. And there's Gillis. Vidaro on him. Gillis fires high. Vidaro just whacking him the entire way. Vidaro, a UPenn commit. Here's Cutton. 3 goals in the first half for Connor Cutton. Led the way for Chaminade.
Right now for Chaminade, this is where you look to your guys like Cutton, right? Need someone to make a play. Someone to just get into their defender, right? Need a nice tough goal here. Win a matchup, beat your man, score a goal.
So you go to X. Cutton spins there. Nothing doing there on the attempted inside roll, but the ground ball picked up. Possession stays alive for the Flyers. Nice spin. Low shot fired wide.
Nice move by O'Connor there. Great footwork. Gets that inside. Almost had time to plant his feet there. Fire a better shot on goal. Chaminade to back up. Kimball with the ball here.
Kimball on the short stick matchup. Backs of his defender. Fires it wide.
Nice little rocker dodge there. Getting to the inside.
Suddenly, Rob, we're inside the final 2 minutes of this third quarter. As Balsamo. Balsamo, that also off the mark. So you're getting shots. That's the positive of your Chaminade, but you have to get them on, like you mentioned earlier, right? Test the goalie. Here's O'Connor. Spins on Valerio. Fires it wide.
Connor's got some quicks. Great footwork in his dodging. He's able to free his hands with ease.
Gillis tries to go high.
A couple of these shots for any young attackman watching. Some of these attackmen coming around the goal here. Gillis there, Balsamo the one before.
Gavin Lynch, no goal. A crease violation. Tried to get GLE, power his way to the cage. Landed in the crease though.
And it's one of those moves, right? It's all or nothing. When you commit to go underneath like that and jump, it's a goal or a turnover. And in this case, it was a turnover, and at a point where Chaminade really needed a goal.
Now a chance for St. Anthony's to really take control of this game. Here comes Bolello out of the box. 2-1 today for Bolello. Inside the final minute of a third quarter that's been dominated by the visitors from South Huntington. They've scored all 4 goals in this third quarter. Here's Bolello taking O'Connor to X. And it would appear that the Friars will hold here for the last. Bolello gets to a spot where he can take a good look at the scoreboard. .20 seconds and Bolello will go. Slide comes. Bolello, great kick save by Caputo. And it goes to the Flyers with 6. Marchetta down the field off Fodaro. Shot! Ford, the denial of Gillis. He didn't need to make a lot of saves, Rob, in that quarter, but makes a really good one at the end.
Oh. That would have been a huge momentum goal for Chaminade going into the fourth quarter after a 4-0 quarter for St. Anthony's, thanks to Ford, that last second save there.
He is Ford tough, that is for sure. End of 3 quarters here in Mineola, and it's St. Anthony's with a 4-goal lead. You're watching it all right here in the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to Gold Star Stadium here in Mineola. Dylan Butler, Rob Pennell, our entire Varsity Media crew, as round 1 of this terrific rivalry. It's St. Anthony's with a 10-6 lead. And the difference, Rob, that third quarter, tied at 6 at halftime. St. Anthony's came out, scored every goal in that third quarter.
Yep. Really great job by St. Anthony's capitalizing on some opportunities. They got some things going from behind the goal there, found some matchups they liked, created some extra opportunities for themselves in the ride. Really, Chaminade didn't have the ball that much on offense. They had really good offensive possession there towards the end of the quarter. But they're going to need to get out to a quick start here in the fourth quarter.
And if St. Anthony's wants to maintain their lead, they'll look for possessions, and possessions come from the face-off X with Michael Moon. And this opening face-off brought to you by the Face-Off Academy. Come train with former New York Lizard Greg Gorenlian every Thursday in Deer Park. For more information, visit thefaceoffacademy.com. Gorenlian, a guy who revolutionized that position.
He sure did, and he revolutionized the way of instructing it with the Face-Off Academy. Really the only position on the field that you can train in that way, where he has the best of the best just training with each other, practicing technique, form, and then going live reps against each other every night of the week. And that's why this position, these kids have gotten so great at it, is large part due to him and Jerry Raganese at the Face-Off Academy, and the way they've really changed the way the position is practiced.
A hockey game is broken out here. You can't get it off the carpet right now. What a scrum. Ball still in the middle of it. Where are we going? Parker McDonald comes away with it. Gets it to Bolello. That was a 40-second scrum for the ball. And if you are St. Anthony's, you like the position. And look at this, Merrill. No slide, no problem. Gary Merrill goes top corner.
Top corner, to say the least. That was in a coffee can. This is what makes Merrill, right? Righty on the run. No one comes to him. Hands free, and he just pings it in the upper left corner there. Scoring righty today. He scored lefty earlier, showcasing his set of skills from the midfield.
Had 4 goals against Del Barton on Saturday. He's got 2 today against Chaminade. And a violation against Moon. And now Chaminade. Listen, you can only get 1 goal at a time, right? And that's got to be the message here for the Flyers.
That is the truth. Chip away. Got to start with 1. And then you look to ball at the face-off X to get you 1 back.
It's not the PLL. You can't get those 2 goal shots.
Pointers.
2 pointers, right?
Maybe one day.
Yeah. We'll get the shot clock first, then that's coming next year. Feet to the crease. Bolello playing some defense. Bolello spins around like a top. Still has it. Look at Bolello. That is a big boy clear. And a great save. Was that Schneider? Yeah, I think it was 44. Excuse me, 14. Bramoff, just to keep this possession alive. And again, that's kind of where Bolello came from last year, right? Cut his teeth as a short stick D-midi on a team that had 25 guys go on and play college lacrosse, including 18 playing Division I ball. Caputo, good job picking that one up. And the Flyers come the other way. It's Sean Connolly. Connolly, good feed, step down, bouncer. Off the mark by Jack Connolly, no relation. There's Balsamo. Back to O'Connor. Chaminade needs a goal. And I think the question this early season with so many young guys up in the front 6 is who's going to be that guy?
It's such a young team on offense. It's, you got to feel that out as the season goes on. They're going to be a completely different team when they see St. Anthony's the next time, with more reps underneath them and more confidence than early in April here.
There's Gavin Lynch. Lynch, oh, got hammered. And this will be an interesting call, Rob. This got hit high by Schneider. Good to see Lynch bounce right back up. But will this be one of those where you lock him in?
I'm not sure the rules in high school lacrosse with regards to, it looked a lot worse than it was, and it was kind of a lot of his momentum, of Lynch's momentum, carrying him into the hit. Because Schneider really didn't have like a running start, but it's going to be 1 minute full time.
Yeah, they're going to say elbow.
He just kind of lifts his elbow there.
Head.
Yeah.
Full time for a minute. So big opportunity here for Chaminade, and you've got probably the top pole, if not Vidaro, maybe 1A with him, and Schneider sitting it out.
For Chaminade here in a perfect world, you get one quick, win the face-off, and have another 30, 25 seconds to go man up again. But their man up certainly is something that has been a point of emphasis for them early in the season here.
There's Lynch.
St. Anthony's doing a good job getting out the hands.
Cutton plays catch at X. Ball fired in, and look at McDonald with the takeaway. Gets it to Johnson. Jacob Johnson, the one more. Oh, terrific save by Caputo. Bolello thought he had the back up. We go the other way.
Caputo really playing great today. He's had a few tremendous saves, saving a lot of the ones he should, and saving some of the ones that he shouldn't. This could be 15-6 easily without him in there.
Lynch. Here's Cutton. Gets it right back. We're even. Low shot. Another save by Ford. Well, the opportunities to get back in this game, Rob, have been there for Chaminade. They've just not been able to capitalize. As there's Vidaro. And a timeout is called by St. Anthony. 7:03 left. We showed you the St. Anthony's sideline and their terrific coaches, and on the other side of things, Chaminade, of course. Jack Moran. How about 607 career victories in his 45th season at the helm against just 156 losses. Retired after 37 years as a PE teacher. In 2016, he is in the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation Hall of Fame, the National Scholastic Lacrosse Coaches Association Hall of Fame. 20-time Coach of the Year in this league. He's got some great assistant coaches as well, right? Stephen Legart, the DC, Mike DeMeo, the OC. Greg Kay works with the offense. Thomas O'Connell. We just saw his younger brother make that great run, right, with North Carolina State. Well, Thomas O'Connell won a national championship with Maryland, coming back now to Chaminade. He works with the defense. You got Chris Clark working with the face-off guys, and James Nardi, a volunteer, was a OC at SUNY Maritime. Works with the riding and the clearing game. Of course, Jack Moran, you know, you go back into his history and tremendous, you know, played for Hall of Fame coaches and Bob Waters and Jack Emmer, of course, who the legendary former Army coach.
His uncle.
Yes.
Legendary Richie Moran.
Went to Division, graduated in 1970.
607 wins. That's something else.
Yeah, like you look at Weiser, it's like, wow, that's a lot of wins. Oh, hang on. Moran's got twice as many. So St. Anthony's not necessarily in cruise control, but they like where they are right now. And again, no shot clock, so you can certainly milk this possession if you're the Friars. And that another thing that makes this rivalry so good, the terrific coaches for both sides, and they work with each other in the summer.
Bolello is just all over the field, just an animal.
Fires it low. Bolello having a hell of a game.
He's clearing, he's riding, he's scoring. Got St. Anthony's off to the start that they needed to. He's playing defense. Those are the guys that you love watching.
Oh, man, Caputo again. The ball, though, takes a fortunate bounce out to Merrill. Even when Merrill loses it, he gets it back, as he was pressured by Connolly. And Langton, that's all right, you got back up. And again, right from X. And this another save by Caputo. But you mentioned it before, slow to slide. And guys just getting opportunities, free looks at the cage. Here's Breslin. Rigoletti, oh, Caputo! And then Rigoletti lands in the crease. I don't know if it's enough time for a comeback for the Flyers, but if they do, they've got Caputo to thank for that.
I hope so, for the sake of everybody watching, that they come back. But when you score 6 goals in 3.5 quarters, it's going to be tough to score 6 in 5 minutes, probably.
Well, one way to do it, you go downhill, and Tully tries to get it, and Ford is like, I see you on the other side. I'll make the save. Another scrum.
It's the way to ride, though. Way to get it back.
And it goes off a cut. So, Rob, this is back-to-back broadcast we had of St. Anthony's, right? And I know you weren't on the call on Saturday, but that was like a 3-2 game early, and then it's 11-2, right? And Del Barton goes like 2 quarters without scoring a goal. Similar here, right? You were stuck at 6 at halftime, and now you're approaching 4 minutes left in the fourth, and it's still 6 for Chaminade. Are you seeing anything defensively from St. Anthony's that they, just shutting the opponent down?
I mean, in-game adjustments. I mean, you could see the intensity that they're playing with and doing those little plays right. Offensively, attacking the goal, getting good shots, pushing transition smartly. Defensively, just tightening it up. You're supporting each other, being ready to slide. And I think those adjustments were made at halftime by St. Anthony's, and you could see in the second half there, it's 5-0 on the scoreboard.
There's Langton, and loses it on the sideline. Thought he took a shot high, or he did at least. And now every trip down now, the pressure builds for these Flyers. And Ford, another save down low.
This will be good film for Chaminade to watch, for the players to watch, to see some of the things they're doing, what they can do differently, shooting with better angles, stick work in the clear, going to open space.
We mentioned this is round 1. Round 2 will be May 7th at Cy Donnelly Field. And that's one that Chaminade will have to win to force a third game. The last time they played those 3 games in a season, we were on that call at Hofstra that day when St. Anthony's won it in overtime. Did Langton fall in the crease this time? I think we've got a good goal. We do.
He was just open. Looks like they're going behind the goal here. And the defenseman, Pole, decides to go and leaves him open. And Chaminade just wasn't set yet in their defensive rotation.
So goal number 2 on the day for Langton. His 10th of this season. Harrington, the sophomore, gets his first assist. And it's now 12-6 for St. Anthony's. It's funny too, Rob, because it's not like one of those basketball runs, right, where everything is happening within like 2 minutes and it's like a 10-0 run, and they just wear you down, these Friars. Oh, look at Moon. Comes away. Bounces it, but picked up well by Rigoletti. Dad Rob played baseball and football at St. Anthony's. As there's Johnson. We mentioned Emmer before, right? That was Jacob Johnson's grandfather. So good bloodlines for Jacob Johnson. So they're going to approach the keep it in stages here of this fourth quarter, as there's Harrigan slashed. Harrigan has a go, but it was O'Connor who got him from behind, and St. Anthony's certainly in no hurry to push the pace. Well, they also have a man up here, as well as Friars will take one more timeout. We'll take it with them as well. 1:41 left here, fourth quarter. You're watching one of the greatest high school rivalries in high school lacrosse right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
When it comes to advertising, are you hitting the right audience? Why waste your time with television or a free print publication that's given out at a local deli? Varsity Media has your back. With a following of over 50,000 and a local demographic ranging between the ages of 18 and 54 years old, it's time to get that return on investment. Plus, here's the best part. Your ad lives forever on our YouTube page. And with a large on-demand audience, it's a grand slam to advertise with Varsity Media.
Welcome back to Gold Star Stadium. Dylan Butler, Rob Pennell, our entire Varsity Media crew here. Final 1:41 of this fourth quarter. And the second half has belonged to the Friars of St. Anthony's, ranked number 5 in the country by USA Lacrosse. And this is the game that they most care about, certainly, but in 3 days' time, they'll head to New Jersey to take on the number 1 ranked team in the country, Lawrenceville. They opened up against the number 1 ranked team in the country at the time, which was Culver, and they won that game. So they've already knocked off one number 1, and Friars will look to try to do it again in 3 days.
St. Anthony's man up here, not looking to attack. Obviously, they have their pole in the field just to get back on defense. Gonna run some clock out.
Chaminade will take on Kellenberg and Fordham Prep before Darien comes here, and they also take on Wilton. As we're inside the final minute, as the St. Anthony's faithful cheering on their Friars, who will make this now 7 wins in a row against their biggest rival.
St. Anthony's, a lot of great things to build on today. You want to come out in this first game against Chaminade and have a great showing. Show them what they're dealing with. If you're Chaminade, great film to build off of, to watch, to get better, kind of understand where you're at and where you want to go and what you want to look like for the second time you play St. Anthony's, to have the chance to have that third game for the championship.
There's Merrill just getting the ball to X, and Langton. They'll just dump it behind the net as the celebration is on the other side of the field as St. Anthony's. 6-0 second half. And they win this one 12-6 in round 1 against Chaminade. We'll take a quick break and we'll have the Bowie 4 post-game show when we return right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
At Catholic Health, when we see our island, we see extraordinary life. The most extraordinary of which is you. It's because our Catholic faith places the highest value on people. All people. It's the inspiration for our exceptional medical care with unmatched compassion. And it's why at Catholic Health you're more than a patient. You're someone's family, best friend, and a neighbor to us all. Long live Long Island.
When it comes to advertising, are you hitting the right audience? Why waste your time with television or a free print publication that's given out at a local deli? Varsity Media has your back. With a following of over 50,000 and a local demographic ranging between the ages of 18 and 54 years old, it's time to get that return on investment. Plus, here's the best part. Your ad lives forever on our YouTube page. And with a large on-demand audience, it's a grand slam to advertise with Varsity Media.
Dante does it again! Defensive play. Dante Zadaro.
Yeso steps up and score.
A jump shot for Nell.
We welcome you back to Gold Star Stadium. In the Bowie 4 post-game show as it's St. Anthony's celebrating a 12-6 win over Chaminade. Big win for the Friars. They've now gone back-to-back in big wins after that Malvern loss. And there is Michael Moon. Did a good job and a really tough matchup at X with Quinn Ball. And the Friars 6-0 in the second half to take control of this one to win it 12-6. Time now for your Speed Island Speedy play of the game. We're following 20 for a reason here, Rob, because listen, Fogo goals, you got to win it quick and you got to go quick, and that's exactly what Michael Moon did right here in this faceoff.
Pops it forward, picks it up, going right down the middle of the field. And this was at a pivotal point in the game where they needed a goal, and he gets it. And you could see the energy, the excitement that he has after that ball goes in the net.
Yeah, juice goal. So you can improve your speed today with Onyx Salva. He was here in the house. And company, they're located just down the road here, Garden City. Book a session today at speedislandny.com. Yep. So we will be joined now by our Bowie 4 player of the game, Kyle Bolello. Big performance, both sides of the ball, 2 goals and an assist. Kyle, Dylan Butler, Rob Pennell here with you. And listen, this is the game that you prepare for, the game you circle on your calendar when you know the schedule comes out, and a big win for you and your boys. Just how does that feel right now?
It feels amazing. I mean, they're a great team, and it's always a great game when we play them. And, you know, this year it's a new team, so for a lot of my class it's been a big test to see how we're going to do against them. And, you know, today it was a great day to get the win, and we know we got to see them again. And it's just first one. We see them, I believe, May 7th, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Oh, Rob, he has that circle on his calendar as well. He knows the date.
He knows the date. I like this guy. Kyle, I really enjoyed watching you play today. You know, you were all over the field. You certainly got St. Anthony's out to a great start with the 2 first goals for them, but you were doing it in the clear. You were doing it in the ride. Is that something that's expected of you? Is that you just playing with a little more intensity this game because it is Chaminade, or is that something every game that you're looking to do?
I would say I think the best part of my game is my speed. And whenever I have the ball and I just see 4-on-4, 5-on-5, I'm just looking to push it. And, you know, if it's there, it's there, and if it's not, it's not. And I think I try to do that most of the times I play, and today I was lucky it was there for most of it.
Well, Kyle, we could feel it getting a little bit chilly here late in this afternoon. And listen, we got something for you. As part of the Bowie 4 post-game show, you get this terrific hoodie. You can see, you show it up on the camera there. You see it on the side, on the sleeve, you see there. That's today's date and the matchup, St. Anthony's and Chaminade. Certainly well-deserved for you, and that's going to feel pretty nice to wear that around, all right?
Yeah, he's going to be wearing that around this weekend in front of his Chaminade buddies, in front of his teammates, you know, out and about as he enjoys his weekend. Congrats, Kyle. Awesome playing. Really fun to watch you play and really do it all for your team out there.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, great stuff. Kyle Bolello, the Bowie 4 player of the game. And once again, here's the Bowie 4 story. 6 childhood friends from Long Island. They grew up together on and around the water. They developed a special connection to the serenity that the water provides. That's where the Bowie 4 mantra was born. We choose the water. With every purchase made, they donate a portion of the proceeds to water conservation groups. Bowie 4 offers a full range of apparel and accessories for team stores, corporate gear, and fundraising initiatives. All of our products are designed, created, and printed on site. Bowie up your wardrobe. Get your limited edition game day hoodie, the same one that Kyle Bolello just had, for 24 hours. You can get that at www.bowie4.com. See you out on the open waters. So we showed you Michael Moon doing his thing, Kyle Bolello doing his thing, and you got to love the goalies as well. And it's time now for our breakout goaltending group. Save of the game. And Rob, we had a lot to choose from. Both goalies coming up with some big saves. But we take you back to the final moments now of this third quarter. And a terrific save. Looks like Chaminade, first, they're just trying to clear it. All of a sudden, a shot opportunity comes in. Look at Sean Ford.
Just a great job of getting back in the goal there. And this was at a time where that goal could have really been a lot of momentum for Chaminade heading into that fourth quarter, being down 10-7 as opposed to 10-6. Ford looks where he is, gets himself in position, and saves a nice shot from Gillis there.
Would you say that he was Ford tough?
He was Ford tough. Looking like a Bronco out there.
So that's the breakout goaltending save of the game. It's Long Island's longest running goalie exclusive training program, serving boys and girls from the elementary through college age all year round since 2004. Visit breakoutgoaltending.com today. Well, round one of this greatest rivalry in high school lacrosse goes to the Friars. Their 7th straight win against Chaminade. They improved to 4-1 in this season. Chaminade 3-3 on the year. That'll do it here for us from Gold Star Stadium. Terrific atmosphere here in Mineola. For our entire Varsity Media crew, our executive producer, Ben Turchin. Our technical director is Chris Sweeney. Ron Pierre, Travis DeLuise bringing all those great moving images. Ron Pierre also got on his horse. He must be working out with Onyx Salva because he went down there and got Bolello in record time. My broadcast partner, Rob Pinnell, Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us from Gold Star Stadium. We look forward to seeing you next time right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.